What's up, family and friends? Good morning, and welcome to the Woke Nation, where we feel free to share knowledge, the knowledge of factual truth, without fear, without favor, and without faint. Because we know better. We no longer believers. We are knowers. We know what we speak. We question everything and worship nothing. Because we real. We're not as fake as God. The God that people worship, that God is fake. The God that people fear, that God is fake. The God that people call deity, that God is fake. It does not exist. And that God is useless in reality. But we are useful, we are real, we exist. We can make things happen, just as I made this post happen, this video happen. And those who are engaging on it are also, they exist and they are useful. God cannot make any post. God cannot make any video. God cannot comment. God cannot like. God cannot come on social media. God is useless in reality. I will keep saying it and getting many people upset until they begin to reason. Because I know why. I know why they can't reason. And that's part of what I want to share today. They can't reason because of faith. Faith destroyed their ability to reason. They can't see reasons with you. They are the blind, led by the blind. So in every issue, in every argument, they end up in ditch. They cannot reason. They are believers. They are sheep. They are ignorant. And what faith makes them? Faith makes them coward, fearful. They are full of negative fear. So I titled this, God cannot punish me. For you to believe that God will punish you, you have to have the fear of God first. Without the fear of God, you will not have, or you will not fear the punishment of God. Every fear deals with punishment. Every fear has to do with punishment, both positive and negative fear. You see, the fear of coronavirus, which is positive fear, it makes people begin to wear precautions measure, or take precautions measure, whatever they say they should do. Wash your hand, wear mask, because you don't want to be infected with that. That's positive fear. You see, fear of accident is why, although I am talking, I'm still watch. Fear of being obese, fear of getting too much weight is why people go to gym, begin to eat healthy, as they say, just to not be obese, not be fat. They do many things, fear. When you feel somehow, you're not feeling well, the fear of getting sick or being admitted in the hospital make you call your doctor. Or begin to ask, I'm feeling this way, what can I do? They say, okay, take this, take that. It's positive fear. I abandoned evil way, per se. I abandoned the ways of criminality because of positive fear. Fear of death, or I may be killed. If I steal, I may be killed. What if I go robbery and somebody just out of nowhere and shoot and the bullet hit me, I will die? I say, I'm not doing that anymore. Some people quit smoking out of fear of lung cancer or whatever disease that comes with smoking. That's positive fear. But the fear of God is negative fear. You see, you punish yourself when you have positive fear. You punish yourself, like you stop eating certain things, even though you like them so much, but you cut it. Some places you love going there, but because of that fear, you say, I'm not going. Some of you, you prepare to go somewhere. You have that feelings. Your body speaks to you. Say, no, don't go. You have that fear. And later you hear bad news that something happened, people died there or that. It has nothing to do with any God. It has everything to do with you. You are the real God if you are a man. You are the real goddess if you are a woman. So people have the fear of God because of the punishment of God. And that's what the enslavers, those who gave us this evil called religion, those who gave us Christianity, Islam, Judaism, whatever religion it is, they attach that fear to it. Fear of punishment. God will punish you if you don't believe. You will go to hell if you don't believe. This evil will happen to you if you don't believe. So many of us are in bondage of fear, in bondage of punishment because of fear. God will punish me if I don't do this. Oh, go to church. If you don't go, God will punish you. If you don't do this, God will punish you. Fuck that God that will punish anyone for not doing it. He's the one that created them. You believe God created you, and you still believe that God will punish you. You believe God will bring punishment to you because you do what He gave you free will to do. I still see Christians running to free will. God gave you free will. I say, oh, when you go shopping to buy groceries for your family, do you buy food and poison? And they say you have given your children free will. If they choose poison, they will suffer. If they choose food, they will live. Will you do that? No. But how about the God you believe? This God is all-knowing. This God is almighty. But you believe He gave you free will to choose evil. If you choose evil, you will suffer. If you choose good, you will enjoy. That God is stupid. It's not worthy of your worship. It's not worthy of your fear. If you must fear, fear yourself. You are endowed naturally, not spiritually, not religiously. The brain you have is your greatest asset. It's not a gift. It's part of you. It's a natural thing. It's right there in you. You don't need to pray for it. You don't owe anybody to use your brain. So I laugh out loud when Muslims, especially Muslims, Muslims, they are not outbursts like Christians. But when they get to that point, when they get that angry, you see they are worse than any other religious people. The wrath of Allah. They say Allah will punish you. And that's why they can use sword to cut off the head of their fellow human being. They can come and burn your house down, kill you there. Because they are the highest set of sheep that worship what they don't know. And they can kill their loved one for that. Can Allah punish me? No way. I killed Allah a long time ago. Allah does not exist. How can you say Allah can punish me when Allah cannot solve your problem? A God that cannot solve your problem cannot punish me. A God that you fight for cannot punish me. A God that you speak for cannot punish me. So Allah cannot punish me. You Muslims that are upset, you are stupid. You will kill. Not people like me. If you're coming to kill me, I will kill you. You are stupid. And you are coward. That's why you carry weapon to go fight. Why are you fighting with weapon? You say you worship Allah that have power. Then why are you carrying sword? Why are you carrying gun? Why are you carrying machete going to kill, fight? Come, knuckle to knuckle. If you're strong, come and fight. You can't. You go with the cowards. Are the ones who make weapons, who go to war with weapons. They are cowards. They are evil. That's why they go with weapons. Good people, fight it out. Huh? Let's fight. Strong people fight with their hands. Say, I'm going to break you. They say, I'm going to break. They fight. But the weak ones go with weapons because they know you can beat them. They go. That's how they came, invaded our land, and defeated our ancestors with their weapons of war. Our ancestors never had weapons of war. They had weapons of hunting. Why are you going to war killing people? Why? You are stupid. You are not human. You are evil. Everyone who goes attacking other people is evil. They decided to be evil. It's not any evil spirit that made them evil. Out of jealousy, out of envy, out of anger, out of greed, they decided to be evil. They turned themselves into evil because man has power to make himself good or evil. It's not any God. No God, no Satan is responsible for your life, for our lives. We are the one that decided. The same thought that murderer have, you have the same thought. But because you chose to be good, you remain good, but you chose to be evil. And you know what makes people evil? Religion. Original people were born good, 100% good, until religion comes. It is religion that introduced God to people. Without religion, there is no God. It's religion that introduced God to people. Man started religion. Man created God. That's why religion have hellfire. To bring that fear, you will be punished if you don't do what Quran said. If you don't do what Bible said. If you don't do what Torah said. You are punishment. You will become slaves. You will burn in hellfire. Fuck all that. It's only morons they are selling that nonsense to. No God can punish me. No God. I mean, including your God. Whatever the name of your God is. You say your God is almighty. Almighty where? Your God cannot give you money to buy data to come on social media. But you believe that God is supreme. That God is almighty. That God can do anything. You believe your God can punish somebody like me. You are stupid. Yeah, I say that, and your God is useless. Go and tell your God. Your God cannot do anything by himself. To show you that God is useless. There is no God that has done anything by him or by himself. And there's no God that can do anything by himself. If there is any God that have done anything by himself, show us. Tell us. You don't show us, just tell us. It's only what somebody wrote in the Bible, in the book, you will say, or in the Quran, or in the Torah, or in the religious books. They tell you how God gave them job. Where? In this world, God is useless. No employer will hire you in the name of God. No employer. They can never. God is a term only useful for religious purposes. That's why they use God to kill themselves. They use God to kill their loved ones. No one can do any good in the name of God. No way. Look, any good they tell you they did that good in the name of God, it will turn out to be evil. Everything you do in the name of God must be for religious purposes. And no religious purpose is for your good. None. Religion is anti-human, anti-nature. That's why they comes with punishment. They tell you there's no fear in love. Perfect love casts out fear. You say because fear has to do with punishment, yet they tell you to fear God. They tell you the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. You see that stupidity? Fear has to do with punishment. If you don't fear, you will not be punished. God God will punish you. Which God are you talking about? The God you're talking for? You speaking for? A God that cannot speak for himself. But you believe that God can punish me? No way, cannot. Especially you that is poor. You are struggling. You are suffering. Because you still go to mosque. You still go to church. You still go to synagogue. You believe there is God that can do anything. Which God? If God can do anything, you wouldn't need to go to any church, any synagogue, any mosque. Because whatever you are going there for, God, that God should be able to do it in your house. But that God does not exist. That God is useless in reality. You believe because you don't know. You have faith in God because you don't have knowledge of God. You were not born with any knowledge of God. You were born as human being, having ability to know himself or herself. You can help yourself and your fellow human being can help you, but no God can help you. God will punish you. Who? Me? I kill God. Every God they create, you create God right now. You can't, and when you can't speaking, you are the creator of that God. I kill that God. I will not kill you because you are my fellow human being. I kill God, I kill faith, I kill religion, I kill evil, I kill every deception, every lies that people made up. Telling me bullshit. That there is God in heaven. Which heaven? Say there is God that can do. Which God? A God that cannot show up is useless. A God that cannot show up and speak for himself. The God you are answering his question, that God is useless. Christian says, no, one day you will see, you will regret all these things. You will regret what? No, I regretted ever being a Christian. I regretted ever believing in God. But I don't regret it that long because I trusted my parents. My religious parents are the ones who introduced me to God. My parents never seen God at any time, but they believe because their own parents also confused them, introduced them to that God. No one has seen God at any time. God is an abstract thing that needs your own power to operate. You are the one that give God power. And the God why people gave to you does not exist. The real God is the what you have that are taking them from you. You are gold, you are oil, and you are diamonds. That's the real God. Why people are taking that one and give you God they call Yahweh. Give you God they call Jehovah. Give you God they call Allah. If that God exists, they wouldn't have invaded your land because that God will stop them. A God that supports slavery does not exist. A God that supports wars does not exist. A God that lets somebody else to do evil against somebody else does not exist. That God is useless. It's not God. God cannot punish me. God cannot bless me. I can punish God. I can bless God if I see God. I am the one that have power to do anything for any God. It is people who are saying God send them. Where is that God? You are the one that send yourself, not any God. By your desire, by your experience. If it's not by your desire, it's by your experience. You desire to be a man of God, a woman of God. That's why you are one. Or you experience, you see experience. You experience other people telling you, God tell them, God, and you begin to have dreams. Begin to have visions, revelations about that. Check them. That's why I say know their source. Anyone that tell you God called them, go and find out their source. If you don't know their source, you will believe them. No. Now, if they want anyone to host them, they will begin to make contact. They begin to show up for that person to host them. After they will say, God made it possible. You are the God that made it possible. There is not any God in the Bible. It's not any God in the heaven. And it's not any God in your heart. There's no place in your heart for God. Your heart is just bunch of blood. There's no room for God in your life. Your life is natural organ. They are functioning. Use your brain, use your head. But if you believe in God, I want to tell you who the God that really made you. It is called nature, the universe, the earth. And it's without form. Have you seen the form of the nature? Just the same way they tell you their God has no form, you cannot see their God. But you came from the earth. You are returning to the earth. That's where you came from. Because out of fear you are worshiping a God. Then you think that God will punish me. You say you are a true worshiper. A true worshiper is a foolish person. A true worshiper don't know what they worship. That's why they say they must worship in spirit and in truth. They don't know. In spirit, they say they cannot see the spirit. In truth, their religious truth. They don't know the truth. They don't follow the factual truth. They cannot worship in factual truth. They only worship in their religious spirit and in the religious truth. But when you present fast to them, they say you are carnal. Of course, I am. I am a carnal man. I am a natural man. And I am a eternal man. That's me. Carnality is eternity. Yeah, let me speak that grammar. It's English. Fuck that. Carnality is eternity. Where will you spend your eternity? Right here on the earth. That's where I came from. That's where I'm going. I keep coming, I keep going. This is not my first life. And if you're still doubting that, you will see, you will believe it in your dream. Nonsense. The truth is this: regardless your religion and how you feel, your God cannot punish me. No God can punish me. Do I mock God? Yes, it's right thing for you to mock any God that does not show up to help the hungry kids, to stop wars, to stop virus, to stop disease. I mean stop. I don't mean cure. If there is God, you don't need healing or cure. If there is God, you will never be sick. If there is God, you will never be poor. If there is God, you will never be suffering the way you are suffering. Stop blaming yourself. Trust God, trust religion. You will see how all those things will end. Whatever you are experiencing in life is what you allow. If it comes to you, you allow it will stay. But if you don't allow it, it will pass. God cannot punish me, and God cannot punish you. You are still a believer because of fear of punishment, fear of God, fear of the unknown. It is time you wake up and know that if there is any punishment, you are the one that will do that. Who punish people that steal? Any God? No. Who punish people that kills? Any God? No. It is people that still do that because people have the power and the will to make things happen. It is that simple. Why are you living in fear? Even having fear for your people, like myself. Many Christians having fear for me. A fear that God will punish me. Something bad will happen to me. There is nothing bad that will happen to me that will not happen to those who believe in that God too. Whatever comes to me is common to every man, whether it's enjoyment or suffering. But I refuse to suffer. I refuse to remain in suffering. If suffering comes, I skip it. I don't entertain it. I have the choice. So I chose enjoyment, and I will keep choosing enjoyment, whether you like it or not. You want to make life miserable for me? No way. Your God cannot make me, and you cannot make me. I have my two legs to relocate. That's the way to live, my people. Have fun. Life is good. And let me go catch some rest already. Peace.